And Nick, you new to this program, and what's your assessment of how things have progressed as a unit from beginning of the season to now, and what needs to be improved or done better?
It's a lot of growing. It's been a growing process. We're learning how to play off each other, both offensively and defensively. I think we've improved on both of those, but I think offensively we got to learn how to, when we draw to, get off the ball. Defensively, we're taking the wrong risk at the wrong time. We got to learn. So it's a couple of little things, and obviously sticking to our principles, both offensively and defensively, is key. But that's something that's just going to come with time. But those little things, I think we correct now.
Take me through your big sequence that you had in overtime. You make the layup on the offensive end to make it 81-78, and then you block Shulga on the other end. And then I think Quinterly gets the rebound. He gets fouled, and they make two more free throws. You guys make two more free throws. And it's a 5-point game from that point, and that was a big stretch and helped you guys ultimately win that game down the stretch. What was that kind of like?
For me, earlier on in the game, JQ gave me the pass on the screen and roll just like that before, and I went up. For some reason, I reversed. My first instinct was to go into his chest left hand, and then I had the same thing on the opposite side. I appreciate JQ for trusting me because I just absolutely blew a layup before. Obviously, it was like 10, 15 minutes ago in real time. He gives it back to me, and I'm like, I was already telling myself on the bench, if I get another opportunity to score, I'm going to go right at his chest. So I go at his chest, I score. I'm like, all right. And tying back my block, same thing. Just watching the game, the dude was getting all the drop-offs, so I kind of waited till he went up. He goes up for the layup, doesn't see me coming, quick jump, block. So.
As one of the older guys on the team, I know you've been to a lot of hostile environments. How do you guys approach that hostile environment, in the beginning, and then do you yell at your coach for putting all these bad road games together, right together?
Nah, I think I'm enjoying them, and I think it's making us closer as a team. It's building a lot of trust. Like after we won, naturally during the game, through the ups and downs, there's a lot of emotion. But after we won, and we came together in the middle of the game, it felt like we were really together. Like we were close, and I was like, that's a good feeling. I think that's what road games bring. They bring that togetherness. They bring the challenge. And if you could get through it, you could really get through anything. So.
Caleb and JQ both had said that I guess one of the biggest problems they thought with this team was guys not being on the same page. How would you assess the chemistry and cohesion of this group?
Well, we got a lot of new guys and a lot of guys in different roles, and I think it's understanding game by game as well. We have when you think about it, we got like 4 or 5 guys who are like the top scorers on their teams before. So it's hard, but we got to try to get these guys going. If one guy's not going, if it's let's say if it's Jaquan's night, then some people are going to have to sacrifice to look for Jaquan. And Jaquan's going to have to sacrifice because he's going to draw 2 now and he's got to kick. And I think in terms of our scores, we all got to learn that. But it's also defensively playing with each other and understanding to trust when we say something, to trust who's talking. And also, like I pointed out before, when he asked about things we need to work on, is trusting in the principles. Because, like you said, we're all meshing, and that's chemistry as well. Trusting in the principles, trusting each other, trusting in team, and just buying into that. But it will all cultivate together. And like I just said, we got a lot of guys in different roles, and new roles.
Do you think the fact that you weren't necessarily the leading scorer, the primary ball handler at Temple, do you think that's helped you ease it a bit better than some of the other guys?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the type of role I could play, I could really do it all. Like, I'm going to rebound, I'm going to shoot, I know to make the right play, I know I could pass, crash offensive glass, obviously, defensive rebound, guard 1 through 5. I feel like I could fit in any team, and I'm glad to be on this team, and I feel like I've meshed really well with everyone, and everyone enjoys playing me when I'm on the floor. So I just try to tap into all those things and do whatever I see is needed. If I see, no one's crashing offensive glass, I'm crashing. All right, we're not doing it right on the screen and roll coverage. All right, let's switch this. I'll guard the 1. Little things like that. So.
What's been the issue, I guess, with rebounding in particular? Is it just kind of simple as not boxing out, or is there other stuff at play there?
I think it's just a matter of us. I don't want to say heart, because I don't think it's the heart. I think it's a lot of in between, because a lot of guys, I know they care, and their first instinct is, let me go jump and get it. And they're looking up at the ball. They're not aggressively jumping to get it. And then they're like, oh, let me box out. And it's like sometimes they get caught between both of those. It's kind of like you got to be like, all right, I'm going to box this guy out, or I'm just going to be a dog and grab this rebound. And we're too calm between. And I don't think it's hard, but I do think it has to be a focus. If they put their heart into it and they care into it, I think that it would make us 1,000 times better at it because we have the athletes, we have the ability. So,
what part of your game do you think takes this team to a different level, if that makes sense? And what is it? Is it your three-point shooting? Is it your rebounding? Is it your defense?
Well, obviously, I think those are all things I've already showcased. Like, I can make the open three. I'm guarding 1 through 5. I'm talking on defense. I'm offensive rebounding. I think just being able to be a two-way player and then being able to be like, all right, we could rely on Nick to actually make a play when he's out there. It's not like when we pass Nick the ball, it's not just catch and shoot. He could drive, make the right play, maybe rip through, get a dunk. And I also think me just being able to run the floor, get more tip dunks, create more opportunities for myself because these guys are so great at drawing multiple dudes. David, JQ, Jaquan, all these dudes, Caleb Mills, they're drawing 2 to 3 defenders, and I got to learn how to find little gaps, little crevices where I could catch a lob, drop off pass, dunk, even when I'm running the floor, put back dunks. So I think capitalizing on that and being able to make plays and be not just a defensive player, but an offensive player as well. So.
What do you think about the job Malcolm's done the last few games? I mean, it seems like he's sort of elevated himself.
I mean, I'm not surprised at all, man. I mean, it's funny because I didn't think he was that good when I first got here. No, seriously. And it's really Temple's fault because the scouting report on him was so false. And I remember I started watching film before I came here. I'm checking out. I'm like, yo, this guy is like a stud. Like the way he moves, he's ultra mobile. Like they made it seem at Temple, they were like, backup 5, crash the offensive glass. So I'm like, not knowing he's ripping by dudes, he's dunking. I'm like, yo, this guy he's athletic, he's quick. He does it all for a bit. He could switch. I'm like, what the heck? So in terms of that, it's no surprise. As soon as I saw the film and as soon as he got here and I saw him play, like nothing he does surprises me. He has really high basketball IQ. He knows how to play. He's obviously been playing for Penny for years, so he's able to guide us on the principles that all of us are new to and kind of give us the path for that. But I'm not surprised at all. And his strength and speed, the combination is ridiculous. The fact that he's able to move that fast at 260, 6'9", 6'10", and he's able to still jump, it's ridiculous. And again, it's no surprise. So.
Have you told him that story?
I don't know if I did.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I did.
Can we tell him that story?
Yes, please. I don't know.
He was
So.
walking behind you.
He's coming.
Yeah.